For someone who doesn't know me, I'm Sharat Raju and I'm a self-taught programmer. And I also mentor people who are trying to get into RPA and who are aspiring to become RPA developers and programmers. And in this video, I'm going to talk a bit about comparing ourselves with other developers and feeling that sense of imposter syndrome. Maybe I'm not exploring the new features of industry and I don't know how I will be able to sustain here. I actually wanted to give you a framework which will help you to move ahead from this particular situation whenever you get into it. And all this session is about that. If you're here for the first time, I highly recommend that to subscribe the channel, because here we talk about the different tactics and tips that can actually help you to get into your first job, and also might help you if you're an experienced RPA developer. You will get something to explore, okay, which will help you to upgrade yourself. So just go ahead and you can subscribe and get the notification whenever we just upload something new related to RPA. Considering freshers and people who are trying to switch their jobs, okay, when they start applying for the jobs, doesn't matter the outcome, if they are selected or they are rejected. At this point, you will feel that intense anxiety inside you, where you will be thinking that you might not be able to reach their expectations, or you will not be able to crack that particular interview. So many things like that. Because you have never been in this field and you have not worked as a developer earlier. So that's the main reason behind all this anxiety. You might also think that people who are getting the jobs out there are experienced and they have also already worked on this kind of works, so they are also experienced, so they are totally different from you. And though, because you know that you can do that particular thing because you have been training yourself by using some freely available resources and working on your own projects, but still you find that insecurity inside you. And that nervousness can also make you feel that when you are selected, okay, they might find that you have not actually worked at enterprise level, okay. So, and you might also fear about what might happen if they actually come to know that I didn't work on that. That's completely okay, because as long as you're able to reach their expectations and you're able to produce that outcomes, they should be completely fine with that. Don't overwhelm your mind with all these thoughts. So let me give you some insights on how to actually overcome all this thinking process. I think that's something all of us go through. I mean to say, it doesn't matter if you're a fresher or an experienced guy. Okay, that's too common a thing that can actually happen to us. So when I just get all these thoughts, I just realize that I'm just getting into my head, and so I can just tell you there's a lot of these thoughts going on in your mind if you're just getting your first job or trying to switch your career. That's too common, believe me. And it's almost inevitable in IT industry, because there are a lot of technologies that comes up every day and it's impossible for you to keep updated with them, because we work on deliverables when we are an experienced developer. So we doesn't find much time to work on POCs on the new features, but that's completely fine, because whenever you have the need, you will start exploring on that. Okay, it's not like that you have to feel that you're not updated and you're not up to the market and all that. So that's completely fine. And I think, when you're a self-taught developer and you build some projects on your own and then you get a job, the moment you're thrown at the office, you have a new team and new environment and everything is new, because you were not accustomed to that particular culture. Every team is very, very different in their culture and you have to adopt it. Don't be nervous about it, because I have personally seen a lot of people who are doing very well, though their background matches with yours completely. Okay, you can tell that they have come from the place where you are right now. Stick with it and it will completely be okay as you go forward. And again, don't compare yourself with the other developers, because we almost underestimate the skills of ourselves and we overestimate the skills of other developers. Don't do that. We might always end up looking at things like the other developers who are very productive and they are good with the best practices, they know every automation, and again they might have the same imposter syndrome that you actually have. Okay, maybe they might feel it when they are talking to an architect, they might be talking to someone senior to them. They have the same things, as is same with everyone, but we don't know that. We just end up comparing our worst part with the best part of theirs. Please don't do that, because it will just drag you down. Okay, it doesn't worth that time. So you just need to focus on what you're learning or working on, and the other developers are a great resource for you to learn from them and whatever documentation then they have with them, and you can collect all those and go through them. That's a wonderful thing that you can actually do. But don't compare yourself with them, because they have been in the industry since a long time, so they know much more about that particular thing than you. So that's the truth. It's completely okay if you're trying to become a programmer a few years after your college. I myself have realized that the fact that I really like programming after my college. So since then I have been building blogs, websites that actually help me to grow as a person and that also contribute towards the community. I have started exploring a lot of other technologies this year. A few of them are like PHP, JavaScript, and a lot of other UiPath features. Okay, so though I am a beginner at that particular technologies, that can't stop me from building applications. Okay, those are a few things that I have learned because I maintain a blog, and I have been doing some challenges recently. For that I have been using JavaScript. Okay, that's how easy it is to learn programming. Okay, if you just try your hands on that and spend at least 2 to 3 months, you'll be in a position where you can actually implement something. Okay, you can be the creator of particular product or a website. Okay, that's how easy it is with the programming. Though I can't say that it's too easy for you to gain that particular knowledge, though it might take you some time, but it will worth it. The one thing that you have to do is you have to stick to it, and you have to stay focused to it, and you have to keep pushing yourself towards making the things happen. If you just do all these things right, so it will eventually reduce the tension, that particular anxiety of getting into your new job or changing your career. Because the other thing that I would like to suggest is create projects, as many as you can, because that's the way through which you'll be able to experience that real-time project experience. Okay, which people don't really explore on. They just do the certifications and then just jump to the other whatever technology comes up, but don't do that mistake. Try to build some projects around whatever technology that you have learned. You can also go through my courses. You can go through one and then create a tweak to that. Okay, try to change something that I have given, or try to write a new code for that kind of things. So that's how you will actually come up with projects, because projects is something that will actually make the employer feel that you have that capability. Okay, you have that enthusiasm to create things. And you can also start exploring the new features of any RPA tool that you can come up with. With that, I think you have enjoyed the video, and I also feel you're more comfortable with this kind of feelings that actually comes up in our minds. I also highly recommend joining our Slack group to get help whenever you're learning some feature of UiPath, or if you're just getting started with your UiPath or RPA journey. So finally, I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.